Hello and welcome to EFAP Superchat Catchup for episode 290, where we talked a bit about the Acolyte. We had a little
Boy, I sure love the
Oh,
Acolyte.
chat about the
I
Acolyte
can't
and
wait for the
the
second season. I'm excited.
the video. Oh, what's his name? Campia did. Remember where he was talking about canon and shit?
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
right.
I do
Gianni Mundi.
remember.
The Chiadi Mundi controversy, the famous, yes. Oh, what a controversy. Hi, Massives. Thoughts on the Prime 4 trailer? That'd be Metroid Prime 4, I assume.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, I need to see more. I need more, especially after all these years. I need more.
Yeah, mostly to me, it was nothing surprised me. It was like, all right, this looks about what we'd be getting. I guess we'll have to wait for more information. But
We are clearly built off of the work that they did for the Metroid Prime remaster.
and
But I mean, it feels like part of the reason why we might not be seeing much is because there's probably a new Switch coming really soon, which it's almost certainly going to be launching on.
to compete with the PS5 Pro.
Probably not. Probably. I mean, it'll probably sell a lot better because it will be a lot cheaper.
Probably.
The PS5 Pro is 600, right?
I think it's 700,
There's
isn't it?
7. Yeah.
7. Holy
Yeah, and remember
crap.
that doesn't include the disc drive or the stand.
That is a bold move, Sony.
Best of luck.
One for the sick. Yeah. Oof.
Well, what's funny for me, of course, and many others, is like, so what reason do I have to buy that when I have a PS5? And it's like, not really any reason. It's like,
Well, no, but
okay.
The Last of Us 2, a PlayStation 4 game, will look a little bit better.
Ooh.
Will the story be different?
Will the story be remastered?
Last of Us 2 Pro changes
They,
the
they
storyline.
remaster the writing? Yeah.
Hope so. Will you cover Dave Filoni's writing guide to Star Wars canon? It came out 2 days ago and seems to be from a larger interview. Never heard of it, but I will look into it. I will
Oh.
save that as a note.
That is, yeah, save that. That could be interesting.
We shall perhaps bring on Ryan on a bonus episode because he can't do Saturdays because his hatred of Dave Filoni is only. I don't even think it is, actually. I was about to say it's only beaten by ours, but I was like, no, I'm pretty sure he hates Dave more than we do.
Probably.
I really don't like him, but that's mostly just because he makes terrible shows that I have to watch.
It's a present and future thing for me. Well, and I guess the past. Just the nature of like, wow, you're going to ruin Star Wars for ages because you just. Why not, right?
Oh, definitely.
He's fully convinced he makes really great stuff, so we're screwed for a long time. Bringy, watch YOLO if you haven't already.
That's Michael Cusack's other show, right?
You only live once.
Well, I mean that's the acronym, but I presume the acronym would still be the same.
I
for
thought
the
this
show.
I thought this episode was on the Acolyte.
But what? No, it's there's another because Michael Cusack. I think he's got 3 shows because there's Smiling Friends, there's that YOLO show, and then there's Koala Man.
Hmm.
I think Hugh
What are his
Jackman does the voice.
powers?
I think he's just like a guy. He's just like a guy who dresses up like a koala.
I guess that's
and
all you
goes
really
out into the
need.
world and- yeah, exactly. Which I haven't seen either, but yeah, maybe.
Alrighty. Is the stream being targeted? I wouldn't put it past Disnoids. Look what happened to Star Wars Theory. This was where I had to relaunch the whole stream because it was like crazy laggy for some reason. But it did get
yes,
fixed.
I recall that. Yeah.
Check out Joel Hager, especially if you enjoy Smiling Friends. Joel Hager in general. All right.
Joel Haver?
Was he the?
Hager.
V? Haver, right?
Was that the? Was that he was in the? Was that,
Hager.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, okay.
that was that the guy the Professor Psychotic episode?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, they said his name twice, so I don't think it's a spelling mistake. Unless they
Joel
spelling
Hager.
mistake it twice.
It's Joel Haver. He's the guy. They misspelled it twice.
Oh, well, right.
I double checked to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Yeah, Haver. He does the he's in the Smiling Friends thing.
All right. Well, there you go.
He has a
Haver.
funny channel. Good stuff.
Very funny episode.
Yeah, really, really. That's a good one.
Capcom produced the early GTA games in Japan. Seeing that logo on a GTA box is amusingly cool to a Capcom head like me. Fair enough. All right. If you pull it back a minute, it works, but it's only a temporary fix. You have to keep going and pulling it back repeatedly. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, don't worry, buddy. We solved it.
Well, I was about to say,
It's all
that's not
good.
even a fix, really. That's just like,
No.
that's not anything. Sony demanded hundreds of changes to the Japanese version of SA, San Andreas, I guess. Fringy, if you're ever curious, Vadim M, I guess, has a great video that covers the huge list.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Vadim
Okay.
in. Oh, that's Creationist Cat. Vadim Newquist?
Vadim M.
Interesting. Oh, phew.
I don't think it's Creationist
I
Cat.
don't know who that is. I was about to say, what the fuck? That's a name I hadn't heard in a long fucking time.
Sony didn't want any unnecessary killing or violence in Japan's San Andreas, even after creating the CEROZ rating just for it. Okay. Well, how about that?
I feel like there's a lot of. I think like that's really baked into the DNA of San Andreas is violence and killing.
No.
I guess it would be. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of missions where you got combat, but
No. Genuinely curious if you restart the stream without including Acolyte in the title, if the buffering problem will go away. No, I don't know what it was. I just restarted in general. I don't know if I restarted my PC, but I definitely restarted the full stream and everything.
yeah.
Can you remember the most recent thing / person in your life that gave you tears of joy for whatever reason? A gay question from a gay actor.
Tears
A real
of
life
joy.
example?
Of tears of joy. Been a while.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I
Oh.
cried because of how happy I was.
Yeah, wait, did they say specifically? I thought they said that you got from a real life like friend or family member.
They said most
mean-
recent thing or a person in your life.
Oh, okay.
I mean, still same thing. Like I can't remember the last time I cried because of how happy I was.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been happy, but crying from it is.
Yeah, but not so happy that I cried.
I get teary-eyed when I watch like good movies and stuff that have emotional payoffs and things of that nature. And there's some things that really get to me. I'm actually I'm a very emotional person. I really am. I'm very much secure and in touch with my emotions. But as for the thing that's done that to me most recently, that's it's personal, and I'll keep that one to myself. You'll just have to guess. You'll never know. You'll never know.
He's
But
talking about
know
the
that
Acolyte. He loved Kelnaka. Seeing him die made him tear up.
Yeah, Kelnaka was. Oh, he was the Wookiee. Yeah.
Yes,
he was
a favorite.
I thought you said it's weird. You said Kelnaka, and I thought you were talking about Kessel Sabak. And I was like, what the? Wait, what the?
You
fuck?
cried at the Kessel
I
Sabak.
cried at Kessel Sabak.
My hand, it was just so
and
good.
It's Sabak 3 times in a row.
They absolutely assassinated Kiadimundi's character. He didn't even mention the attack on the Wookiees. And sad emoji. Yeah, that's true. Kind of fucked that up. Big blunder. What can you do? The May t-shirt on Disney's store spoils the show. It has May and Osha, but the description says it's May on both sides. One person, dark and light sides. They spoiled it with trailer subtitles. That part of it, anyway. And once you watch enough of the show, you can kind of see where it's going. Going to embarrassing places. Do you think it's a coincidence that Harvey Weinstein's ex-personal assistant wrote a story about good guys having to cover up a great evil, lying about Sith, and just, like, secretly burning torn pantyhose from your boss? There's a weird amount of connections, genuinely, when you delve into all of the broad events. It's, like, it's odd. Maybe Plagueis is Harvey Weinstein. In his little Guna cave.
Plagueis isn't that evil.
Restart stream, please. We did. Thoughts on Russell T Davies writing Ruby's story because he preferred TLJ to TROS? This is a Doctor Who question. It explains why it's so bad. It's funny, I think people are expecting me to be like, oh my god, that's terrible. It's like, that matches. That season of Doctor Who was horrendous. So if you based it after the writing of TLJ, that's what you get. I I guess I'm glad that he found it moving, such that it inspired him. It's unfortunate what work was the result of that inspiration. What can I say? After tons of hours of going back and forth between versions, the PS2 original is the only acceptable version of San Andreas without modding.
I mean, it tends to happen, right? Where the original like release on console for a really old game, it's like, yeah, that's like the purest version of the of that game. Other ones always seem to have issues.
Mm-hmm. May is a lesbian knockoff Ahsoka. Of course, Dave loves the story. I mean, like this.
He probably just liked it because it was like lightsaber battles and shit. Like, I don't know.
It's really
He's
hard
like,
to
you got to
tell.
make sure you give me the action figures so I can make them go in the
I
bathtub.
genuinely wonder just how much input he does or doesn't have. It's bad either way. It's just I don't even know. I wonder how much, because it would be bad either way, because if one, he checks out the whole story and approves it, that's awful because of how awful it was. Two, what if he's like, it's whatever, it's that time, you can do whatever you want, just go get it done. Be like, oh, that's terrible as well. So
I want to know what he considers bad. If he thinks there,
Huh.
does he think there is any bad Star Wars?
I got no clue.
I guess that's the thing. I have no clue. What would he find bad? I've seen the stuff he makes and thinks is good.
Whatever
So,
he would pick to be considered bad, you'd think some of his work's going to have reflected that. Probably something like vague.
Maybe just curious more curiosity just to see what he would consider to be bad. What
Wonder
is
if he'd
bad Star
call
Wars
anything
in his
bad.
eyes?
Probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Maybe. He's one of those people.
Even in Glass Onion, the twins had different hair. Listen, you're asking too much, alright.
No. It's hilarious how they just have the identical hairstyle after all this time.
Power of yes. There was an article being read on a real BBC episode, and they had quotes from that actress, and at one point she says yes, but they write it Y-A-S, meaning I guess in the interview she said yes. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, what? That's not actually how you pronounce that word, just FYI. It's yes.
Look, she's decolonizing
What is yes? Yes, queen. I hate that shit. It's so and cringy. And also, you're a big old demon in the story. Maybe don't yes queen the Witch King, alright? Actually, I kind of want to
Don't yes queen the Witch King.
Witch King wannabe. Hello, Fringy, Mark, Mauler, Rags, Lil Platoon. Take my money, you N-words. And walks.
Oh, thank you very much, my N-words.
Thank you. I'm excited for Kiadi Mundi to say that was clearly not a Sith or some similar garbage in this show. No, we just didn't do anything really.
Yeah, just don't even. Yeah, don't bother. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't fucking worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's not even considered canon, like by most people.
I mean, yeah,
it's so easy to divorce that from. Like, I didn't even go in thinking it was canon, and luckily, I haven't in a long time with this shit.
Especially now that the story is actually just incomplete and will always be incomplete, makes it even easier to pretend it didn't happen.
Thanks, Disney.
Yay. Will it take the Rey movie to bomb for Disney to learn from the mistakes and clean house? Maybe. Maybe more than that.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Again, if you're not even in a position to recognize what the problems are with the writing, like, I don't know.
As we've talked about before, they are terrified of a bombing Star Wars film. They had that one time, and they never want to do it again. Luckily for them, they can say, well, it was a spin-off. You know, it wasn't quite. Yeah. But if they bring out like a mainline episode 10 and it bombs, I'm like, oh no. What would the trailer for episode 10 look like? What can they bait?
I'm not sure what they could do that would be of any interest to anybody, really.
Yeah, because like the return of Rey, it'd be like, no. And it's wild to me that we may be getting trailers for that fucking Mando movie. Like, it actually... Because remember, the Mando show was almost trying to make up for just having no content at all. And now it's like the only thing they have left.
Yeah.
The point where it's been elevated to a movie where they have no story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Do they really think he's that powerful of an icon? Mando and Grogu. It's like, the fuck? You want to go see that? It's like,
I guess they really do.
they're gonna
People
have
will
some.
really want to see this.
I mean, if it made over $1 billion, I would actually be pretty surprised. I just don't see
I
how.
would be surprised.
I would
don't
be
think it
very
will.
surprised.
It would also be fucking lame because that means we'd see even more Mando probably.
Of course.
Gotta get the Mando trilogy. Everybody wants to see what happens in the Mando trilogy. Where are we? Opinions on Yu-Gi-Oh! Edgy God cards, Sacred Beasts.
Sacred beasts. You.
Have a little look-see.
E-O. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred beasts explained in 28 minutes. Fuck. All right, I guess I can get you a picture of sacred beasts. I guess there are sacred beast cards in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, there's like more than one.
Complete secret sacred beast deck. I guess it's a trio of like new god cards. Here, let me see. Because I don't have the originals. They were promos for a movie. Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, Hammon, Lord of Striking Thunder, Raviel, Lord of Phantasms. I mean, I don't know. They fit in with Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess, which isn't necessarily a compliment. They're no Slifer, Winged Dragon, and Obelisk, that's for sure. But those are just like classic trading card, cards.
I guess I like the Lord of Searing Flames.
Yeah, he's like very dragony, red and dragony. I think I'd say he's my favorite. Slifer, the Sky Dragon, as far as I know, typically is the one that's most sought after of the original three god cards. He was the three that I have, he is the most expensive. The Pharaoh's Secret Rares from King's Court. But honestly, I think they all look really neat.
Yeah,
But
sure.
Slifer, there's something about him. Something about him. He's like the Charizard of the big three, for whatever reason.
Are we back? We are so back. Hey.
Hey.
The survivors
Hey.
have found refuge and a new home. The lag has been defeated. Yes, indeed. I'm
Take
Muller
that,
and
lag.
Rags.
Hello.
Next time y'all see that fringy guy, could you let him know that he's a large gay for ditching God of War 3 in favor of worse CTR, also hi fringy?
Mario,
Fringy,
look,
I
alright, you
got some
don't have
news
to
for ya.
compare them just as like worse Crash Team Racing or anything. Jeez.
Yeah. Destroying your whole world there, so casually.
No, not really. I mean, I think
It's okay,
Crash Team
Fringy.
Racing is a better game than. Oh, do I think it's a better game than Mario Kart 8? I think it's got better core mechanics, but Mario Kart 8's got more content.
Oh, have to reconcile that someday, huh?
I guess so, but not today.
After 400 years of buffering, we finally rise up. Yes. Ever getting Rakita on again? He'll bring the Baldo and Coke. All right, I suppose. If that makes
With how bad some of these shows have been, maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea to help get us through it.
She-Hulk season 2, baby. Can you imagine? They announced that shit. There's been rumors that that's like something they're thinking about or whatever. I was like,
There's no way.
Stop it.
No way.
Stop
it is
it.
not gonna happen.
Get help.
Absolutely not.
After
Stop it.
400 years of... Oh, wait, I read that one. Between the US and PAL, which country had the better box art for GTA 3? I have to go fetch that one as well, I suppose, while I...
GTA 3.
Between
Box
US
art.
and PAL. Can the previous stream be known as EFAP? I think it's just lost to time. Will the super chat sent before restart be saved? Yes, we got all of them, no problem. Unrelated tip, but if you could ever cover The Boys when it ends next season, force Sitch to watch. I feel it will end as poorly as Del Toro's The Strain from a decade ago because the son is an idiot. I don't know if Sitch is watching it or not, but like I didn't even watch season 4. I believe you two haven't seen season 3. Like The Boys it just died. Season
I
2
just
killed
don't
it.
care
I don't
anymore.
care. I don't care at all.
And
I
of course
just
I'm
don't
not
care.
referring to its success. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying it's died for us. We're not interested. All right, so
The
these
U.S.
are
on the
two-
left, and what's
I think that's Europe. As I understand it, that one was the original box art that they were going to
Philippine
use, but then
Airlines?
the one on the left is the like iconic box art.
Where is PAL though? What does that stand for?
I don't know. It's Europe though.
Yeah,
I
another
think.
difference. I've never looked into the acronyms, but like NTSC versus PAL's another thing, right? For
But yes,
Well, I don't know what PAL is, but I like the one on the left.
the American box art is the best box art. It defined the style for Grand Theft Auto box art forever. It's a style that they've maintained consistently throughout the entire trilogy, and I really like it. It's almost like a set of vignettes, still images that just give you sort of a blast of like, this is the game, and there's a lot to the game. And there's a lot of variety.
yeah, I'd agree.
I agree as well. It's got this cleanliness to it. It's tidy, but it's I agree. I agree. It's like think of all the possibilities, all the things, the people, the
All the
cars, the
characters,
helicopters,
vehicles, what kind of missions you're gonna do.
I watched that Hopkins puppet movie. I didn't expect it to go the way it did. The common synopsis of the story isn't very accurate. I'll need to see that at some point. I'll just I'll post this for you to read, Rags.
Okay. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Right, so you know what this is a reference. Do you know what this is?
San Andreas, the meme when they go to the
Big Smoke, going to Burger
yeah.
Shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
There was a while this went around as a little mini meme for a while. It never got to be as big
I don't know
as.
if I'd say it was a mini meme. I feel like it was
Well, I
pretty
in
popular.
comparison to some of the, it's
What,
just
like,
about
oh
a matter
shit,
of
here
like
we go
scale and
again?
relative. If we think about something like, do you remember like the "We Are Number One" and the Cocoa memes that were going around? I say those were really big.
I figured you were going to compare it to, because oh shit, here we go again is
That's a
definitely the
big
more
one.
enduring San Andreas meme.
That's a big one.
But yes, this one is Big
That's how I
Smoke.
know it.
Yeah.
The Witch in the Window is an example of a film using subtle things in the background to scare you. No jump scares. Check it out. Witch in
The Witch in the Window. The Witch in the Window.
Remember the
This is a 2018 film.
in first episode of Hill House where the Nell keeps talking about seeing something that none of the others see, and then we have that shot where she's trying to go to sleep and can't make it out quite perfectly in the background, but you do by the end of the thing. She just moves closer to it, but there's like a creature in the background just looking at her. I like stuff like that. It's creepy.
I agree as well.
Thanks for all the delicious content. No problem.
Yeah, you bet, man.
Farewell and adieu to you, fair Fleamish massives. Farewell and adieu, you massives of Fleam.
Thank you.
Musical note.
Farewell.
Farewell. Remember when Soul of Cinder guy from Ahsoka was nobody? The fart man, yeah.
Yeah, he
Never
just
forget.
died and then no one said anything or
Never
mentioned
fucking
anything
forget.
about it.
Built
Wasn't that clever though? How he wasn't anything?
Built
Like,
specifically,
yeah.
probably, to just make people speculate. They probably even said that when they made him. Like, people are going to speculate like crazy over this. And then they're all going to be wrong. It's so funny because he's just a fart cloud.
That's why we make stories and characters, is for them that
To be fart
to get people
clouds.
speculating. Yeah.
Guys, you get to look at many women.
Yes, I love many women.
Such an
Actually,
old
I
meme
don't
as
love
well.
any
That is
women.
like
I hate
an
women.
actual 7-year-old meme. We have
It's
7-year-old
got
memes.
legs, man. There are people with children who are not 7 years old.
Have you all seen Arcane Season 2 trailer? Also, it's apparently the last season. Yes, it is. Gonna be a
It
thing.
means that's good, though. I think that means that that's the story they want to tell, and they don't want it to linger on longer than they want it to go. They have an ending in mind. They have a story to tell.
I suppose we don't know what it means yet, because they're not done telling stories in their world. I guess Arcane only relates to these particular set of characters, or maybe Piltover. It's hard to tell. We shall see. The Doctor beat the aspect of death and destruction twice, but couldn't beat a music eater. I don't know, man. It's hard to track what the hell's even going on in Doctor Who anymore. He vaporized by being dumped in a time vortex. Meh. She vaporized by being thrown into a massive reactor, and he was caught in a moon-sized explosion. He wasn't even a god. Sutek will be back. I don't even know, man. I don't know if the ratings would make them want to bring Sutek back. I don't know what they're trying to figure out right now. Doctor Who, as far as I'm aware, the next season's all filmed, but they're not even sure what they're doing with it because of how poorly the recent one was
awkward.
received.
That's wild to have all that stuff shot and be
They
like,
destroyed it.
But
They've
do we even
absolutely
use
annihilated Doctor Who. It's crazy because Fring, you watched a few of the episodes of that season, weren't they? Just the
Yeah,
worst.
that was horrendous.
Yeah.
It was like comically awful. It was like so incompetent through and through, just like worthless.
Doctor Who having a good day. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. But fun fact, the Ice Age was caused by Rags' snow. He mentioned it in a hidden readable in the EFAP game.
Oh my goodness gracious. I never knew that that was the case. My snow is certifiably primordial.
Naturally. Hey, Massives, could you give me some of your favorite quotes? One from real life human person, another from fake fictional person.
Real life quotes from a real person, or some of our favorite quotes from a real person and a fake person.
Yes, one of each.
Well, the fiction one that I typically go to is what Vision says in Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Age of Ultron at the end, where he says, "A thing isn't beautiful because it lasts." That is one of my favorite quotes in fiction of all time. And it ages better the more that you age. As for real life quotes that I really, really like, obviously there is a wide list of them. But I think I'm gonna go with the. A lot of people learned about this because it was at the end of Jojo Rabbit. It's the Maria Rilke quote. Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final.
Yeah. I'm a little bit scattered in terms of like there's just a bazillion quotes from all my favorite things, and I'm just like, which one am I gonna go with? There's some quotes that they only work when you know the full context, or ones that are just good on their own anyway. So like favorites, I'm just thinking about ones that kind of better survive in isolation as well.
Well, Fringy, what are yours while he's thinking of his?
Just thinking.
What's the question, sorry?
Oh, yeah, you had to step out.
So, what's your favorite quote? One from real people and one from fictional person.
Damn it, you can't do this to me because whatever it's gonna be, I'll be like, well, wait, no, there's that other one. Wait, no, there's that other one. Oh, wait, no, there's that other one. So like, it's not gonna be my favorite. It will be one I really like. It's what it'll end up being. Shit. Damn it. I don't like questions like this. I don't like being put on the spot to figure out.
I'll go with there's a billion from the Buffyverse, but I'll go with if nothing we do matters, and all that matters is what we do.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
One I'll not forget for the rest of my life. And then like real people quotes. I'd rather go with something inspirational than do me, but accurate. So yeah, I just need to think.
I mean, one that I really like is good old Nietzsche. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Quite inspirational.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That's for a fictional one. Damn it. This is gonna annoy me. I feel like there's so many that I could think of that I'm actually struggling to even hone in on a singular one.
Yeah, I have this problem all the time with all kinds of example choosing things. Just a billion slaughter every thought I'm having in my brain, so I can't focus.
Yeah.
There's a quote about luck. Pretty sure it was a president.
I know there's like luck is opportunity meeting preparation or something like that. Preparation meets opportunity, something along those lines. I think it's like a stoic
Thomas
quote or
Jefferson.
something.
He said, "I'm a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more luck I have."
That's a good one.
It's like the more I practice, the luckier I get.
That'll do. There's so many good ones. I'm just
That
like
was
scattered.
Oh, who said that? Arnold Palmer, I think, said, "It's a funny thing. The more I practice, the luckier I get." It's a funny thing. The more I practice, the luckier I get.
I will just pick a quote I really like from fiction that is on my mind right now. Don't be sorry, be better. Good old Kratos.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many avenues to take. It was it's funny how it took
Like I
longer
said,
to just have one that it would probably just spam a whole bunch.
if you just said, hey, some quotes you like, yeah. Because again, I don't know if these are my favorite. They're just some lines I really like among many, many, many lines. There are many quotes I like. I like quotes. I like a lot of quotes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan.
Tommy Taffy is a bad dude. Read his villain wiki stats. Bad hombre. Hashtag creepcast. I don't know who that is. I know creepcast, I think. No, wait. Sleepycast is the thing I'm thinking of. I'm not sure what creepcast
That's
is.
yeah.
But all right. Soon Force users will be like Bruce Almighty. Probably. It's like the end point of a system like that when you have people who don't care, do whatever they want. It's like, well, that thing is going to exponentially get ruined. Hail the toxic brood! Thank you for all the laughs. No problemo.
Yeah, you bet, man.
What the fuck,
Hope
Fringy?
you've been enjoying it all.
Wait, what the fuck? Friggy is the new EFAP co-host. Metal got raped.
What?
Oh no,
Jeez.
we didn't rape Metal a single time.
This is episode 290. Didn't you join like 3 years ago or something?
Over 3 years ago. Yeah.
I remember Falcon the Winter Soldier was like
Yeah, so that was
Jewish.
2021, early
Yeah.
2021.
Poor Mel. I hope he's right. Hi all and hi Rags.
Hello.
Speaking of Rags, what was your favorite merit badge you earned
What?
in Scouts and why?
Ooh, that's a really tough question because I have to sift through all of. I actually had quite a few merit badges. I got a lot. There are some that you need to get Eagle, which I did. There's a lot that are not Eagle required. You do have to, in order to get your ranks up, you have to get like a minimum number, I believe, but some are required for Eagle. One of the things I remember doing was every year there would be something called Merit Badge University, which was essentially a big scouting event that took place. At least the gathering was at the Arkansas Capitol building, which is one of the coolest capitals in the country. It's like a scaled down kind of version of the nation's capital. It's really cool. But there would all sorts of scouts would show up, and you would split off and go to classes to get merit badges either completed there or greatly progressed with them, or to make a lot of progress with them. One of them was the communication merit badge, which we went to the downtown, like a downtown TV station where they shot all the news and stuff. And one of the things we had to do was we had to make like a mock news report, and everybody had roles. Some people would get on the cameras, some people would give us like our cues, and what we essentially had to make like a little TV news program. And so we wrote down a bunch of stories and everything, and I was one of the presenters, and we looked at the cameras and everything, and it was really fun to do, with the group that I had there. We had all these silly stories that we made, and we said the news, and it was just fun. We had a really good time. That's one that I remember of the many that I did. But there were plenty of really, really good ones. Um, there would be too many to start going into random stories. But I remember doing all sorts of stuff: the canoeing merit badge and the archery merit badge. Oh, fun story. The archery merit badge, which I had a difficult time with. I'm not good with a bow and arrow at all. But one of the things you used to have to do in the Boy Scouts in order to get the archery merit badge, and they don't do this anymore, but you used to have to, with a bow and arrow, you had to have 3 arrows in the air at once. So you had to get your third in the air before the first one hit the ground. That was one of the little requirements that you had to do back in the day for that merit badge that you don't have to do now, for probably for obvious safety reasons. But that was kind of nifty.
Ooh.
A lot of fun merit badges. I really, really hope that Scouts doesn't like go away. It was a really excellent thing that I did when I was younger. I guess everything I did was when I was younger, um but in terms of like the merit badges and meeting people, going places, getting the experiences of camping and hiking and getting out in nature and learning all the stuff that I did, and it was a really awesome thing to do, and I hope it doesn't disappear. I hope it doesn't go away. I hope there continues to be interest in it, because I think every young lad and ladess, because they have the Girl Scouts as well. But I think it's really good for young people to do that sort of thing. Maybe get them out of their comfort zone just a little bit and have them socialize and be out there and doing that sort of stuff. But I guess we'll see. I got mine, fuckers.
The less Jedi there are in the timeline of Star Wars, the less stupid things are. Maybe the Jedi Code involves removing yours and other people's brains. Andor does have
That's
very
a
few
theory.
Jedi in it.
Interesting.
Mm.
Interesting.
Springy, I was just wondering if you wanted to hang out with me and smoke weed and fill our bellies with diet soda and play Burnout Revenge for the PS2.
Yo, that sounds like a cool time.
Playing
You should go,
Burnout
Fringy.
Revenge for PlayStation 2. Burnout Revenge for PlayStation. Burnout was a cool series. It's kind of a shame it died for Need for Speed. Not to
Well.
say that I quite like Need for Speed. Well, I like the PlayStation 2 games anyway, but yeah. I don't know why did and now I think Criterion is like making Battlefield, so I like how reliable a story that is. Yeah, this development team got to make like this really cool franchise. Now they have to make the fucking live service first person shooter for the rest of eternity.
The power of cum, the power of poo, the power of shumming. Oh my god. Never want to be doing that.
I assume that's a portmanteau of shitting and coming.
Apparently. When they say the Wookiee is too expensive to have fight scene, when it comes off as lazy to me, or maybe a lack of talent, lol. Yeah,
I don't know how a show that costs that much can ever say, "Oh, we couldn't do a fight scene with a Wookiee. That's too
Just bought it.
expensive."
That's stupid.
Apparently
Dumb.
they're
Fuck
wasting
off.
their fucking money on other things. I don't know. Insane though, yeah. He killed off screen. I think this isn't a Jedi story, but a story about cops solving a case with the cop killer. They have then just set that story in the Star Wars universe. They actually took Peacekeeper to mean police. Oh, I mean, it is like not a story built for Star Wars because it's hideously unable to bind itself to Star Wars. But hey, you know, hope it was worth it, I guess.
It is so clearly like just a parasitical, kind of thing. It only exists because it's just a leech on something else.
Jord also said almost every episode of Bad Batch made him cry, which I find absolutely hilarious. Well,
Maybe he's just a very emotional creature.
maybe he cries at everything. Like just seeing things, he's like, well, there goes some tears. The
Yeah,
beauty of
that's
life.
true. I cry at the beauty of life all the time.
I cry on the inside for the beauty of life. Well, you need to play Shadow the Erd Tree. It has one of the worst bosses ever, and I wanted to see you suffer. That's alright, we got a Theo video out of it. That'll have to suffice. Story has a
No,
whole
they said
section.
you. You have to do it. They paid you money.
I said it'll have to suffice. Were you not listening?
It can't, but no. But these people.
But yes.
No.
Yeah.
Mahler,
Yeah.
no. No, Mahler.
We're going to the green place. We're going to the green place of many mothers. That's Mad Max, right? Furiosa and green place, I think. I don't know.
Something like that.
You guys should try to get Sheev Talks on for a conversation about Star Wars. He has plenty of disagreements with you guys, but is very analytical. Perhaps someday. Dave Filoni, ex-Zack Snyder collab will save Star Wars.
I don't know about that. That's gonna be a big, kind of like whatever, like just whatever. Fuck it, man.
Why not? Let them have a go. Together they could create such horrors. I found Mauler's face online and he looks surprisingly Welsh. Coincidence? Also found Rag's face and he was lacking in fur and paws.
You probably saw my owner. That was probably not me. That was my owner.
Then there are all of the barkeeps who May murdered. Feels like it's... I don't see it being attached to any other message, but alright. Probably did murder a lot of barkeeps. The whole thing.
I believe it.
Great job, guys. Do you think that they want to destroy the franchise so they won't have fans' memories to contend with? So much money. We'd have to come up with all kinds of wacky theories, because them just being incompetent couldn't be it, right? That makes sense. May and Osha also knew each other were still alive in episode 1. I don't think they did, right?
Episode 1? No. Thought it was
she
a
was
big
told
revelation.
by the Jedi that her sister was dead, and then the weird part is the other way around. Like, why did May think Osha was dead? And I guess we have to believe that the Sith said that was the case, in which case should give us some trust issues, I would have thought, maybe. Why'd you do that? I
We
don't know.
can't do. We couldn't begin to start delving into the issues
You
with
almost want to
all
kind of leave it
of
behind at
that.
this point, you know.
You really kind of do, you know. You really kind of do.
What does YouTube's most important critics, Chris Stuckman, think of the Acolyte so far? I don't think he covered it, so he thinks it's bad.
Yeah, so he thinks it's terrible. Yeah. Interesting.
May in episode 3. I'm gonna kill my sister by burning her alive. May in episode 4. I'm gonna stop being evil because my sister is alive. Look, I don't know how to make sense of it, man. It's over.
Don't look at me.
We're never
I got
seeing those
nothing.
characters again.
We are never seeing those characters again.
What's worse is this is the second interview where he's given the same answer and he was corrected after the first time. What about the Anakin destroying the Death Star thing? Did you guys see the video comparing Natalie Portman's interview versus Jodie Turner's interview? Natalie showed so much more interest in her character. Yeah, we checked it out.
I do know that one. Yeah, that's right.
It's sad. The further back you go in time, the more interviews they talk about the writing. Like, I miss that in stories. There was a reason that you could watch marketing and not be like, ugh, what's the point of this? Why aren't you talking about the thing and why I should see it? Isn't that why you get paid to do this? Wouldn't be surprised if asked about it later he says Anakin or Vader failed to steal the Death Star plans in Rogue One, ergo it's his fault. You never know at this point. I always get surprised by every new quote that comes out. I should really stop being surprised by it. You made fun of him, but Remarkable Republican was right all along. C-3PO is gay, and Luke is a lesbian.
That's true.
It's true.
We owe him an apology.
I think the unfortunate reality may be Dave Filoni was actually being carried by Lucasfilm pre-Disney and was never really that good. Not gonna catch us. Disagree with that really at all. Is Terminator 3 worth checking out? I've only seen T1 and 2. I mean, probably, for a big old Terminator fan. Kind of the same deal as a lot of the Terminator sequels where you can, well, that and Salvation I'd apply this to. You can kind of make your own thing about it. What do you want to think about those films? They give you a bit to chew on as a Terminator fan, but I can't say that about Genesis and Dark Fate. I would tell you to avoid them like the plague. Hey, EFAP crew, I started watching Game of Thrones. So far, pretty good rat. Sure hope it stays that way and doesn't devolve into an insane cloud show. No, it's going to be great.
I don't think that'll happen. It's probably really good. I think it stays good. I think that's what makes it so famous.
Famous for staying good, yeah. Not crazy. Cool stuff.
Hard to believe.
I plan on watching Two Towers Extended Edition and Batman and Robin back-to-back Monday. Good choices. Similar quality.
Those are very good choices, yeah.
Also, when it comes to Acolyte, I can only watch Gundam's coverage. I love you guys and Disprove, but the Acolyte broke me. It's so bad. Broke a lot of people, honestly.
It did. It broke a lot of people, including the bank,
Like,
where they decided not to renew it for another season.
Definitely enough is enough. I have had it. Motherfucking Star Wars TV shows being shitty. that's what Samuel Jackson's going to say on the next Star Wars TV shows on a plane.
When he shows up for his Mace Windu reveal that he
unbelievable they haven't done that yet. That seems like one of the most obvious things they would have done.
It's hard to believe that he's actually one of the people I could kind of believe could live if you show it a particular way. I'm like, yeah,
that's one of the ones you can buy. I think, yeah, that he survived
I can
that.
I can buy that one.
Thanks for the content, Star Wars gay, but I'll recommend Paranoia Agent. Great writing, thoughtful characterization, creative animation, and the themes.
Paranoia Agent.
Fair enough, yeah. Disney has shown me I'm not a fan of Star Camp, just KOTOR. They couldn't even cheat and use HK-47's How to Kill a Jedi. Yeah, a lot of people speak very highly of that character, so count your blessings. They haven't tried to adapt it.
Pray they do not adapt it further.
Yeah. Watching current interview, pauses and talks about why it's nonsense. Watching past interview, complete silence and able to discuss the pros and cons of what Natalie said. Oh, critters are burnt raw these days. Well, yeah, I mean, new interviews are oftentimes just a laughing stock. They're, you kind of wonder how the fuck they got to a point of saying the things they say, but older ones, oftentimes really interesting. Has anyone here seen the show Pantheon? Highly recommend. Also, high rags.
Hello. I have
Hey.
not seen Pantheon.
Have not either. Don't know that one. Fringy hasn't either.
Nope.
Sorry this is off topic, but I was curious to hear the panel's opinion on Mike Flanagan agreeing with Chris Stuckman on his podcast about not being able to criticize movies. If it's going to be different coming from both of them, right? Because they're both. I could totally understand anybody not wanting to, especially being hyper ingrained in the industry. But like, to ever imply it's like a moral duty, I would be excessively against.
Like, calm down.
I would way prefer people just be honest and say like, I
don't want to burn
can't...
bridges.
Well,
I
so
don't
there's
want to do
that, and then there's also just I can't bear it. I can't be a dick to my friends publicly. I just can't do it. I don't want to do it. Like, okay, yeah. You don't have to make shit up about how it destroys the industry to be critical of people's work. That's insane.
And certainly not be like, I will only talk about the movies I like. That's why I'm not talking about this movie. Bad idea.
Very silly idea, yes. But I haven't, seen exactly what was said between them on that podcast, so maybe I should check it out, see if I agree or disagree. I'm sure I disagree with plenty of what Mike Flanagan has to say while also loving his art. Very simple.
Oh, is that possible? Can you do so? Can you do
something like that? Yes, I can. Dun dun dun. A shilling for the Acolyte collapse meter. It sure did collapse, so that meter got filled, I guess.
Oh, boy, did it.
Going to see Inside Out 2 tonight, hoping it's good, but what did you guys think of it, assuming you've seen it? I have not.
Seen it.
I have not seen it.
But it did really well, right? Staggeringly well?
Yeah, it's Pixar's most successful movie ever.
I don't know what that's going to mean. Inside Out 3?
It means they're going to make more sequels. That will be the lesson. Make more sequels. Because that was something they said recently. Like, we're going to do less of the original ideas or, like, directors' kind of, like, ideas for stories. We're going to do more sequels. And then Inside Out makes so much money. They will absolutely... I mean, they announced Incredibles 3, and it's like, yep, of course they did. Yeah. Yes, of course they would. Because the sequels make a lot of money.
So I didn't even like Incredibles 2.
But yeah.
But Incredibles, you know that name.
I do like
Remember
that one.
Incredibles 1?
One was real cool.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Inside Out 2 is the highest grossing animated film. It beat out the Lion King remake.
Jeez.
So it is number one.
I guess that's better. I'd like that.
It's better than the Lion King, I suppose, but it's still like, yeah, But hey, maybe it's a good movie.
Yeah, maybe we should go watch it at some point so that we can be like, woo!
Maybe. I don't care about, like, the first one.
No, I didn't care either.
On me at all.
The Lion? Wait, you're
no,
talking about
the
what? Inside Out?
The original film just did not make any impression at all. Why would you think that
Why
we would
would
be saying that about the Lion King?
I don't know. I was just double checking, making sure.
The EFAP Civil War arc coming soon. We have it all the time, okay? Disagreements happening regularly. On the regular. I like it when Fringy says, liar, you're with Sonic. You're with him.
You're with him.
As fans of consistency, how do y'all feel about the Acolyte constantly contradicting itself? Also, high rags. It's like the show is built for people like us to watch it sometimes. To be like, but you said this before, but you said this before. Constantly.
It is a bit odd.
It was remarkable for that. It was contradicting itself super fast all the time. Remember when they just didn't arrest Amir or whatever, and he was the Sith Lord? That was insane. Because it would have just stopped the whole season from happening. But oh well. Well, maybe it wouldn't, because when they try to arrest him, you just kill them all. Then I don't even know what happens next. I don't even want to speculate. Hello, fellas. Hello.
Hi.
Rags, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards of the same archetype have the same art and aesthetics. Look up the Dragon Maid cards or Amazonis. Amazonis? Spring is a bird.
True.
Post
Spring
what they
is a
said.
bird.
I'm not sure what they want you to find exactly, but...
Rags and Yu-Gi-Oh cards of the same archetype have the same art and aesthetics. Look up the Dragon Maid card or Amazon. Well, that's not just a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. That's and plenty of cards they do this. There are cards that if they have like if they are from like a similar group or whatever, then their art's going to be, kind of similar, or they will incorporate um the imagery of some like there are cards that portray like the monsters or items from other cards in their art. Um and if you look at like Magic the Gathering, especially when you get into really well themed sets like, Innistrad or whatever, you'll notice that the symbols and similarities of things pops up in different cards. It helps as well when they commission the same artist to do like multiple cards that are related. You see this, and even going back as far as like the earliest Pokemon sets, they'll have like Ken Sugimori is he did a whole bunch of art for cards. I don't know if he still does, but he would do like the same evolutions, and sometimes they'd mix and match, but it kept like a similar aesthetic for types and an evolution line or whatever. But yeah, I believe you. I totally do. I haven't looked it up here. Um, this is something people are into, I guess.
Alrighty. Watch Learn Your Fucking Place. Entitled 19-year-old throws tantrum and angrily berates during arrest for goofs. The policewoman is Sigma female. That's, I guess, a funny video or something?
Maybe.
The Qui-Gon and later the Council is certain that Maul is a Sith based purely on the fact that he has a red lightsaber and is trained in the Jedi arts. Milo should be absolutely considered a Sith. Ugh. Remember when that was all that people were talking about as opposed to the show is
The
fucking
insane
gone?
other issues.
No, I just mean the, like, it was like a big old thing, many episodes, breaking them all down, trying to talk about like how much of a bad decision it all was, and then it's like, boom, it's cancelled, it's done, out. Oh shit.
It's over.
Good move, Disney, but bad move for having made it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Windows plus Shift plus left right arrow will force a window, even old full screen windows, to other screens. That's been a godsend. Lots of little shortcuts that sometimes when you learn them, you'll never forget them because how useful they are. I think we were talking
Yep.
about it because I
Some of
mentioned
them are.
Control Shift T for bring up a tab you just closed. I do that a lot where I close a tab and I'm like, no, 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 wait, I need something on there. And then I go, huh, boom, boom, boom. The good one. The Sith have been extinct for a millennia. Kiadi Mundi. Yeah, well, wrong, weren't you, bitch?
Liar.
Liar! You're a liar! Boogie would fuck
The
up
Sith.
Kiadi Mundi in a phone call, I'm just saying. Mainly because he's so kind. He'd be like, calm down, Mr. Boogie. Take your medication.
What about the droid attack on the boogies?
U.S. government history books say that Ronald Reagan fought alongside Washington whilst live streaming it on his iPhone. You guys say this isn't real history. You're just wrong and hateful. Those
Well, if
shills,
if there's a
probably.
recording of it, then it's
I've seen it.
probably
It happened.
Probably
I
what
was there.
happened. Oh,
So,
there. Well, there you go. We have an
yeah.
eyewitness account, a first-hand eyewitness testimony.
testimonies. As a red-blooded patriot American, I never thought some of my favorite YouTubers would be Mauler, Little Platoon, and Disparu. Great Britain, you guys rock. Well, we have our moments.
Yeah, they pull through sometimes, man.
Darth Weinstein. Good, good. Now make the cast rich to fulfill the promises made to touch your naughty parts. I don't think he'd put it that way. You've
I
learnt
wouldn't.
well, my apprentice.
Yeah.
Acolyte and sequels makes it more likely that Qui-Gon was some senile old man with the prophecy was just made up, didn't bring balance, no special bit. Just, they're gonna keep doing it, keep tearing at everything. Acolyte got cancelled, but like it's just gonna be the next people, to make their show. And you could just have a Darth Plagueis show, right? Like that could be the next thing for all we know.
Yeah,
It's not like
they
they're
could
gonna
do
never
that.
touch a lot of the shit they were planning to. It's so funny to me that they were like, "We'll bring in Yoda at the end." It's a sort of like, "Ooh, season 2," and it's like you didn't get to
Oh
ruin
yeah,
him.
we got to show up for Yoda.
You could have fucked him up throughout that whole season. They would have let you, but you didn't.
You didn't, you fuckers.
Thank
Now
God.
you'll never get your claws on him.
Oh, well,
Your
they'll do a Yoda
talons, your
show.
tendrils.
That's the thing about this, the failure of the Acolyte. They might be like, "See, we need to rely on characters everyone knows. Let's make a Yoda Plagueis show." Oh.
Mm.
I wish I had acid blood so that every mosquito that did touch me would experience the ending of Source 6. Oh no. That was rough.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
So 6, yeah, that was gnarly.
how are y'all suffering through summer? Oh, you know. Just fine.
Fine. Summer's
only a few
A-okay
of
over
you.
here.
Winter, well, not anymore, but you know, summer is inbound.
I want AI to replace the cast of The Acolyte with the cast of Father Ted and Monty Python. Then it would be an honest performance and not Disney Plus lies. We'll get there one day. CD-ROMs killed his mother. Doing a Cruella history for somebody. I'm not sure. What if Smiler Ren is played by Amandla and the secret third twin, or Indara's secret twin? What if everyone is a twin? And there's like a whole other
In
universe.
a world where everyone is twins, but also the Star Wars world.
I like the idea that they have that as the premise. Like the writer comes in the room and he's like, "Everyone is a twin," and you're all like, "Okay, go on." And he's like, "All I've got."
That's it.
I don't know what the story will be, but everyone is a twin.
Mm-hmm.
George canon does not include Disney or Filoni projects. Well, that's depending on who you ask. Because some people would say that Filoni and George worked together on a lot of the Clone Wars stuff, right? Which kind of like grandfathers in Clone Wars or whatever. The later stuff, even. I don't know. Obviously, we're not huge fans of Clone Wars. We've not even really seen it, you know. So I can't say that we're fans of it. Be inaccuracy to say such things, but fans of the OT, shocking I know, and fans of the prequels, I would say, all three of us.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the prequels.
I am. I like them.
Yeah, and fan of the holiday special.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Bringy Rags is right. Just accept it. You're a bird. Wow.
I'm not.
Birds are great.
I didn't say anything about the quality of birds. I'm just saying I'm not one.
Oh, you killed him.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
that's fine.
You
But
got nothing to say.
birds are so awesome.
They are really
I just
cool.
think it's interesting that you wouldn't want to be a bird. Like you have something against them.
I didn't say anything about whether I would want to be one or what I am or what I'm not. I'm just saying I'm not
Makes me
one.
wonder.
That's it.
Well, it makes me wonder about you. You know, sometimes I wonder.
George Cannon versus somehow Palpatine returned. The real line. Somehow Palpatine returned. That
Somehow
shot is one
Palpatine
in a
returned.
million. There's so much. Like
Shots one
Disney
in a
are like
million.
fucking kings right now of like some of the worst single lines stories. For Marvel and Star Wars alone, you've got so much to work with.
It's easy to come up with really terrible lines if you just don't ever like care.
Yeah,
If
because
you
like a
just
whole bunch of
push
people,
crap out and expect it to make money, then well, shit.
so many people heard that line and they were just like, "Yeah, somehow Palpatine returned." I feel like if I said that to Oscar Isaac now, he'd laugh. Because it's just the stupidest shit.
I think he would laugh. He'd be like, "Oh, that was a thing."
Hey, Massives. Big fan of all you do. Thank you for being a reliable source of inspiration, laughs, and learning throughout the years.
Hey, you bet, man.
No problemo. Does it feel to anyone else like we're trying to figure out what kind of corn is in the giant pile of shit in our dining room table? Sometimes we'll go the route of like, you know, someone will usually say, "What's the thing you like the most about this horrible thing?" And we're like, "All right, well, I think for Acolyte it was the Actor for Soul, right? We kind of.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause- yeah.
Yeah. Ahsoka had Ray Stevenson. What did Mando season 3 have?
Oh.
What do we like in
Well?
that? There must have been something.
There must have been something. Even if it was like a little goober person or a
Babu Frick popped up, didn't he? Or like his brother or something.
Oh,
a
yeah,
cameo,
that's
right?
right. Yeah, that's right. In episode 1.
And we saw a whole bunch of Salacious B. Crumb creatures. They're in a
Yeah.
tree. So there's that. There
They
you
were
go.
in Star Wars Outlaws too. So
Woo!
that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Do you have plans to play Elden Ring's DLC? Not really, no. I like how all of the perverse things Mr. Boss could say to the devil, the insult he goes with is, "You're fucking stupid." I remember this. When does Mr. Boss talk
Sometimes
to the
that's all you
devil?
need.
Right?
Oh, wasn't it at the end where they were fighting over the lawn?
Handing over the law. For some reason, I'm blanking. Is it the last
It was
episode?
like it was in the Halloween episode, wasn't it?
Oh, the lady
The
devil
Halloween
person.
episode where, yeah, at the end of the episode, Mr. Boss is arguing with the devil, like they're fighting because like next door neighbors or something.
Right, yeah.
I don't remember what the argument was about. something to do with being neighbors.
Guys, that guy in the right white robes with a cross in his chest who led a black little book couldn't possibly be a Christian missionary. Why would you think so? I don't know, who are you talking about? Who? White robes, cross in his chest, and held a little black book. Is this the Star Wars thing?
I do not know what this is referencing.
Neither do I. Fun fact, in the EU, the Sith are actually a splinter order
Why do you
from
talk
the
like
Jedi.
Tom Bombadil?
They were expelled from the order because they kept fiddling with the dark side. Well, stop fiddling with the dark side then.
Don't be a dark side fiddler.
It's not a red lightsaber, it's darkish pink. They can't assume all red lightsabers are Sith, only a Sith deals in absolutes. Play Trails in the Sky. Alright, fair enough.
You don't want to be bigoted and make assumptions.
They know that this Ki-Adi-Mundi thing is a glaring example of them not understanding Star Wars. This is defending the indefensible, I mean, and this is why they do it. I mean, sure, if they can... The argument you hear all the time is none of it fucking matters anyway. Like, that always comes up. It's like, clearly it does, shut up. Like, everyone cares. Even you care, even if you can't admit it. It'll just have to be specifically about a thing you care about more, you know? Your time will come, they'll do a thing that you'll hate, trust me.
That come for everything.
Yep. He sounds like Grace Randolph if she mellowed out. Campia, Randolph, maybe a good couple. Who knows? Monday will be my first watch of both Two Towers Extended and Batman and Robin. Well, hope you enjoy.
Oh, hey, wow.
They really do fit those two, I'd say.
Absolutely. Like they were just meant to be together.
They share a lot of themes. It's kind of remarkable in a way.
And actors.
What do you think is better? Order 66 is a hidden emergency order among 150 military scenarios, including one about the Chancellor being evil, or Disney canon that all clones have inhibitor chips that mind control the clones? I don't think I like the inhibitor chips.
I feel like that'd be something you'd obviously detect. Like there's a microchip in here. What does it do? Are the Kaminoans in on the Order 66 thing? They must have been, right?
I think they are in the current law, yeah. Which, there's so much to go through with how all of that works, and I feel like it's a big oversight from all the Jedi to have just not properly dealt with all of that, you know?
Yep.
Cypher Diaz was the key to it all.
Master Cypher Diaz.
I wanted to see the Wookiee fight with May. She would do her fight me challenge, and before getting a second word, he would have torn her arms off. Yes, he would have. Even with her, what a waste. Whatever. Didn't have the money. Why do they let people say things about their projects anymore? Such a bad idea.
Man. Just don't talk. Don't do interviews. If it's gonna be just like just stick to what you're good at, which is answering your fluff piece interviews that are just meant to fillet you and the corporation, and just play it safe. Because remember, that's why we got so many good quotes out of that one interview. Because what's her face, Leslie Headland, she felt so. No, it was not Leslie Headland. Wasn't it? Who was the blonde chick who ran the show?
Yeah, well,
Was
she
that
wasn't
her
blonde.
or-
Leslie Headland's like got black hair, but the interviewer was blonde. I think you're talking about.
Okay, maybe. But she was just saying some crazy shit because she felt safe and secure. Because she just felt like she could clearly say whatever she wanted and never got pushback. So that actually had the opposite effect of she said some like crazy, wild stuff and didn't even know it.
Yeah, safe in the sense that no one's going to disagree with me about my perception of art, and that's kind of the boring thing about interviews these days is they're all even. It's like the interviewers aren't even listening to them because they're there for their own
Just
reasons.
a bunch of these sort of questions that get thrown out, really easy questions that have kind of like the same answers always. There's not like a desire to really learn or gain anything from the conversation, which is kind of what the point of an interview should be.
Extinct animal of the day, Doedicurus.
Is that like a different kind of dodo?
I don't think he's a different kind of dodo.
Oh my goodness!
He's like an armadillo.
He's like the Ankylosaurus I brought up in a previous Super Chat Catchup. But he's like a beaver. He's like a beaver Ankylosaurus.
I like
he's
a
like
beaver,
an
armadillo. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like an armadillo beaver warrior.
The final word in armor and clubs. Yeah, this feels a little like a spore creature where you just messed around with some other ones. Yeah. I like him. With that, though, we have reached the final message. Thank you all so very much. Appreciate it. And we shall see you.
Yeah, that's right, everyone. Thanks very much.
In the next one. Bye-bye.
See ya. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we'll see you later, everyone. Toodaloo.